happened is I was playing for London Towers for a couple of years, from like 14, 15 upwards. Then I played for Brixton for 1 year. And one of the players from Brixton's name was Kevin. And he had gone to Staten Island and then come back. But when he come back, his swag was all different, chain swinging, he's acting reckless. He had mad stories from America. Your fam in Staten Island's like this, New York's mad, da 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 da. So he had hollered at his coach. I spoke to his coach, and his coach wanted to see what I was about and everything like that. So he spoke to my coach, and then I ended up going to the same school as Kevin. And then Mega came as well. That's how we actually got the situation of going to Staten Island and going to New York High School.
Culture shock, boy. There's so many different things. Like if you say like, oh, I'm going down the shop, like down the road to go to the shop. They're like, he said I'm going to the shop.
No, like, he said I'm like, going down the road to go to the shop.
Down to the road. Like they'll say down the block. They'll say to the store. It's like it goes from so many different things. Like I remember being in a maths class, like, and they was talking about, see, even maths, they call it math. It's not even S on the end. Like they was like, oh, what's those? And I was like, oh, they're brackets. On like, because it was on the white on the board or whatever. And I was like, yeah, they're brackets. They was like, brackets? No, these are parentheses. Like parentheses. And then like they was looking at me crazy, like I don't know what parentheses is. Like, you know, like it's totally different. Like the school system, just the way we dressed and everything was totally different. Like we was coming through with iceberg on. They thought we was wearing peanuts because that's what the cartoon was called that Snoopy was in with Charlie Brown and Linus and all that and Woodchuck. So they thought they thought we was wearing kids' clothes. Until to that level, until Jay-Z said iceberg shirt with IB on the elastics, nigga. When he said that, then I remember it was almost like a day, like a week later, the whole thing changed around. Like, oh, them London boys, they know what's popping.
They was probably, I mean, the flyest cats, flyest little niggas that you was going to come across back in 97, 98. And they was going to a high school over in Duncan Hills called New York. But our partner, Diverse the First, he a lyricist, rapper. He down with a group called Aqua Vibe. They play like trip hop, they call it now. He really ran into him, and I think I want to say it was on the ferry. I don't want to twist up the story, but Mega and Mayhem know better than I do, but we just started all clicking and chilling because they had that real fly gangster rap back then. Like if you remember Philly Most Wanted, like how the Clips got the sharp street tongue, the Jay-Z type street tongue, slick talk. That was them, like the youngest niggas I know doing that in 97, 98, and that's when the Wu was in their prime. Staten Island was clicking. They was in the hottest place to be. Iceberg down every day. You feel me? Jordans, they was the illest. They was the flies. I was like, oh, my dude done found some old ill dude. Y'all from where? Oh, y'all from the UK. Oh, that's what's even iller. Because they move around the city like they was from there already. Just them, no fam. They out here, they was just conquering land. So I would never forget who they are.
As far as everything was totally different. Our accent. Like we used to get girls want to give like oh what say something. Oh, like to the point our boys started talking like us. Our dog Wick like started even doing an English accent, just playing around. And chick was offering him money like, oh, I'll give you money if you just speak with an English accent. She didn't even know that he was American.
And then here we are, the new kids walking in, having to go into every class and announce who we are. And imagine just 30 to 40 Americans just looking at you and hi, I'm from London. My name's Melvin. you know the ones that man was actually like living in a sitcom. It got like that for a while, so yeah, it was a bit mad. It to the point it was so mad for us in the beginning. We didn't even like it like that over there for the first 6 months to a year.
First few months were.
First 6 months we didn't even like it over there.
I didn't really want to. I was like, oh, this is shit, man.
We had to get in tune with it. Our names started ringing ridiculously. Like before, because Kevin's already over there, innit? Kevin's from Brixton as well. Because Kevin's already over there, and he's been there for a year, he's gone back to go tell him my little brothers are coming. So with the Gassies already started up over there, we've come over there, not even knowing that it's not only ringing in the school we're going to, Newdorp, it's rung through all the schools in Staten Island that were coming over there. And Tuesday I was playing basketball, Meg was playing basketball at first when he first came as well. So, first day of school now, we're walking to the school, We walk past a couple of cheerleaders and that. They act like they don't even see us. By the time we get 3-4 steps in front of them, we just hear, yo, who the fuck are they? Me and I looked at him, we started grinning at each other. We even hit the front door, you know, no one's there. So we walked in the school and that, whatever. Girls are just stopping on the horse, like, I'm gonna introduce myself. You're Kevin's little brothers, right?
Yeah.
So they was on it. Like they're not really shy. They're on it. Innit?
It was a bad thing. The first day, some chick when she was leaving, going up back on the bus back home. She's like, "I'll come in and talk to you." I'll talk to her from the bus. Lick my face, G. I was like, "This is peak."
Yeah, so it was like that over there. It was a bit crazy. Even though the interaction between students and teachers was mad. Like over here it's Madam and Sir, innit? Like over there it was Mister. And the way they talk to their teachers is like how men would more or less talk to their teachers if they're in university or college. You see what I'm saying? There was no form of like it's a lot more strict over here, should I say? You see what I'm saying? You can get away with. I see men telling their teachers to shut up and all them extra ones there. So it was a bit weird for me. And our school was the type of school where certain men will come out of jail and come straight to our school.
Yeah. Fridays, there'd be some beef, some girls fighting over over a man. Like it's all mad, popping off. Feds coming to lock them up. Like it was a mad thing still.
Yeah, you had security on every floor in our school as well. We had an apartment 5-minute walk away from the school. So it was very local to the school, a little 5-minute walk, we was at home. So lunch breaks, sometimes we try and sneak out, go home and come back.
Really, 99, really, what really made the wilding out process so easy to get into was more like, don't think I'm a prick because I got an English accent in it, like, I will smack you up in it. So that's what kind of got it to them levels there where it was like, alright, cool, you think it's a joke thing, right? And also, the African thing as well, disrespectful to Africans. So I felt like, wait, even though they didn't know we was African, because they wouldn't know, they would just be like, oh, they're African, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what, I'm African? No, you're not, no, you can't be African. Like, certain people was ignorant to the fact, you know what I'm saying? So, get into it over stuff like that as well. And one time, like, our clothes got stolen out of our apartment, so we didn't even know how it happened, like, what happened, like. So, but then I seen someone, and they was rocking they was pouring like an iceberg jumper that I knew no one else would have.
Huey Dewey Louie.
Like, so I was like, wait, that's my shit. Like, so I said to him, look, dog, where'd you get that from? And he was like, oh, like moving all booky, like moving nervous. I was like, look, man, like just tell me innit, it's not a problem. You can hold the sweater. I just want to know where you got it from, innit. So, yeah, he wasn't trying to be forthcoming. So I just had to just take his chain, like. And just say, look, man, you get it back when you tell me where you got that shit from. And then he tried to like fight, so I had to beat him with the chain in my hand, give him the business, and then
but basically that's how it started. Like after our stuff got robbed, because where was youths, even now, like man like cars, man like jewelry and that. Our thing has always been clothes. Like we're just addicted to clothes because that's just what we like, innit? It's got nothing to do with we think we're top boys because we got nice clothes and that. We just like the nice clothes. It's something that embedded in us from our mother. She's like the same way. You know what I mean? So when our clothing collection went missing, I've had Versace blazers from I was 16, Armani blazers,
Patrick loafers,
we had five Averexes, you know what I mean, between us. When that went missing, we set on anyone we saw wearing our clothing in the street.
So that's what happened. Maybe my man got banged up, and then they try and say, oh, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Give him his thing back, or we're gonna call police or whatever. So I was like, oh, I gave him back his thing or whatever. But then from then, it was just like, it was kind of a thing of, oh, them dudes, they're trying to set it on people or whatever. They're on it, these London guys. And then certain other things happened as well that we'll get into. And then it just kind of got like that.
It was really like a come to America thing where we went over there. You see, like when they steal their Louis Vuitton suitcases and they go Queens and they just see man walking around.
I got toothbrushes and they're showing it to them. Like.
That should really happen to man. You know the ones that like on a real Hakeem and Semi type thing. Like the man was really walking around with our shit on. Like, huh? Where you get that from? We started just moving to man. Anyone that had a piece of our clothing on, we just started moving to them. So it kind of got a bit serious after that. And then we was affiliated to certain man over there that was in gangs and that. Every gang was trying to recruit us when we first come. Because our names were just ringing bells. London boys, they're from London, they carry $1,000 in their pocket every day. And da-da-da-da-da. But that kind of led to the madness as well, because Whereas man saying we've got $1,000 in our pockets every day, the jacket's got wind of it. That's in the projects, they ain't in school and that. Like, what's going on with these guys? Yeah, they got their own apartment, 2-bedroom. They live not too far away from the school. I'm sure you can get in there and rob them and all that. So, certain girls are trying to set us up and all them things there and all that as well, but didn't really work out too well. Because we, like I'm saying, we didn't really have it at all. We wasn't for it. Because we're not guys that run around and try and throw our weight around or try and bully people and that, but try and disrespect us. Disrespect is not really something we really can take too well. And we're heavy on revenge as well, so all that bullying stuff, that wasn't going to happen to us at all.
Well, the rapping was always kind of there, but just playing with it, not really nothing serious, but like, it was that hallway, like, oh, you spit, oh yeah, I spit, da, 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 da. Like, you know, in like the lunchroom, like, just going off. And then one time, some brother that was like, he was considered like, oh yeah, he's dope, he's one of the best in the school or whatever. I must have served him in the lunchroom. Then from there, it was just like, oh, the London boys, oh, they spit, man, they go off, whatever. See
what is over there? There's hating, don't get me wrong, like everywhere else.
But there's a lot of love as well.
A lot more love than there is hate.
Like,
a lot more.
They'll gas it. Like, before you know it, everyone's talking about something that happened like 5-10 minutes ago. Do you know what I mean? So
that's how we got to beef in the first place anyway, in the first couple of battles. Because man can't really take the fact that man with English accents was serving them in and all that. So then they'll, outside of the battle, they'll get to, no, but you man ain't fucking on this thing. And what do you mean man ain't on this thing? And da, da, da. We even got to a thing with some youth, we started arguing with him. Then what happened after that? Who? That you. We used to, some guy would start arguing with him. We must have served him, whatever. Kept it moving. I don't know what happened. Something happened one day, like, oh, I seen him on another day, but I'm with another one of my English bedrooms called Damien. I've just come out from Brooklyn. I bought some fronts and all that. So I walked past him. He's looking at me all weird. So I'm looking at him like, huh? Because America's very territorial, isn't it? So if you was around my school, New Dorp, where they used to do night school classes, all the other schools used to go to New Dorp for night school. But night school starts at like 6 or whatever. So that's for people that couldn't catch up on the grades instead of going on summer school. You can do night school as well, 6 to 9. So all the schools came to our school for night school. So I'm walking past this buddy, he's looking all mad. It's like, what? Like, you London boys, all you ever do is chat shit. You never do nothing. I just ran up on it, bang, 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 drummed him out quickly. Then I remember a chick going, you're getting blood all over your shirt. But it's his blood on my iceberg thing. So I took my iceberg thing off and give it to the chick. Drummed him out some more. Kept him moving. Put my shirt back on. Got the chick's number, breezed. That's how it was like some real movie thing. I swear down there. So left. Then we went to some Rough Riders thing to go see Rough Riders and that, because we was into Rough Riders heavy, even more than Rockefeller them days then. So we gone to go see Jadakiss and them at some urban signing thing. And this guy's come to my yard. But the next English youths there open the door, 5-6 man at the yard, like, yeah, where's so and so, where's them man? They're not here, innit? He tries to close the door, they put the foot in the door. So when we come back and he told us this happened and that, next night school session, now I've got to run up him with the hoodie on and the sighting on me. See what I'm saying? Like, yo fam, come to my abode again and you'll get it, innit? Like, for real. Then he's called some next guy, boss, he's to squash it for him and all that. So it kind of like, don't really think with them. Them man will take it to the whatever levels man want to take it to or whatever. So our names start to ring like, yeah, they're not really the ones to really play around with like that. But then I got into some mad friction in front of the school one time where I got into a fight with someone. And then someone started shooting, hit me, someone from the other side got hit, it was a mad shootout, and then I kind of splurt off, and then that's when we started to get a bit, like, you know what, it's our names ringing to the point of, this ain't what we came out here to do, you know them ones there, we came out here to do basketball and all that, and it kind of spiraled out of control into gangs and shots going off in broad daylight and stuff like that. So we thought, let's just relax for a little bit, let's take it easy. After that initial that beef in front of school where the shots went off and all that, it was looking like it was going to be a war between us and the other people that was involved. So one of the elder guys that was there at the time was like, he seen me at a party and he was like, yeah, I like the way you handled yourself that day. Like, you was on the strip, there was only 2 of you, and there was like 10 of them, man, innit? And I drove him over there, but I came over there to check chicks. He was an older dude, innit? And he goes, but the way you handled yourself, even though them lot was prepared and came fully and all that, I like the way you did your stuff, so I'm gonna squash this situation with you and them and whatever it may be. Because we had mutual friends that went to school with us that lived in the same projects and Stapleton projects and all that. So one day I see him at a barber's, not too far away from Stapleton projects and all that, and he's like, yeah, we're having a barbecue over there. What are you saying? I'll take you over there now. So at this point, he brought them men over there, innit? So I don't know whether it's a setup thing, or he didn't seem like it was a setup thing, but it could have been. He could have just taken me there and he could have skinned me alive. You know them ones there. So but I was like, nah, yeah, I'm on it. Yeah, I'll come with you, innit? Whatever. I don't care, innit? I survived getting burst, innit? So what is it like? They can't really do me nothing, because either two things happen when men shoot at you or you get shot or whatever it is. You reform completely, or you just feel like you're invincible. Yes. And I had that bit of Tupac thing in me where it's like, nah, whatever, and the shots ain't gonna do nothing. It's stupid, innit? But that's the way I felt at the time. Like, nah, whatever. I'm on. You know what I mean? I'm ready for this. I'm built for this. So he's taking me to this thing. I'm walking in Stapleton projects with him, and they're all there. Like they're all there. All the ones I was beefing with. So one by one they're coming up to me though. My friends from my school come up to me like, what are you doing? Are you in the hood? Then one by one, the dudes I was beefing come up to me, give me five. It's like, yeah, we respect it, it's whatever. And then after that, it was like we became one. And then from that point on, that's when everything started kind of spiraling out of control as far as the roads and then what was going on. Because like now,
but then the older that was there, like that brought him through to the Czech Stapleton, whatever. He ended up taking us one day. We was just chilling with him in the project, and he was like, "Oh, we're going somewhere." He's like, "What?" We was like, "Where are we going?" And he was just like, "Oh, just get in the car. We're rolling out." So we hopped in the Maxima with the TVs in it and all that, just rolling like, and then we end up in Brooklyn. He pulls up in Flushing. So then he hops out and he's like, yeah, and then we're like in Marcy Project. So we're like,
first time we went Marcy as well. Like, we're in Marcy.
Yeah, like, what are we doing there? Like, so then we go over to the benches. And there's a couple man there sitting down and that. It was like H Money from the Codys that was there. That was from that legendary from Rockefeller Freestyle, whatever.
They're going, so what you guys doing in America? Like you're in the biggest ghetto in the world right now.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, we rap. And it was like, you rap? They start sniggering. But by that time, we know who we are. So we're like, yeah, they're going to snigger. We know what the setup is. The setup is, they think we're from England, so we don't know nothing. We know what we are, so we know when we do hit them with what we're going to hit them with, their mouth's going to hit the floor, and they're going to hype us more than they would even if we were just some American guys that was good. So yeah, spit something.
Man went, oh.
He's come back. Eli's walked back, crowd around us. Then I looked back while Meg was rapping, and just seen something shimmering in the light. And then as the person walked past the lamppost, and his whole chest is lit up, it's Memphis Bleak. Just blinging, looking ridiculous. He must have been like 19 or 20 at the time.
Yeah.
Looking ridiculous. So he's walked past, his manager's come straight to the circle. He's gone over to some girls and come back. But we're just spilling. He's coming like, yo, who are these guys? He's like,
hold on, rewind that. And man's spraying bars. Like, there's not even no music playing. Like, rewind that, like, say it again.
Yeah, so we was going in. Then he brought he brought a couple of men.
Yeah, tried to get us. Yeah. He even said, I swear, he said, oh, making us look bad.
Yeah, you got to be prepared for this. Yeah, like, some guys, look, they came all the way from London. Like, guys come out of nowhere. They walked off to get their numbers. And walked off, whatever. So, that's how we met Memphis Bleak, and we was in Marcy. Then we went back there again for Marcy Day, when they have a big carnival type thing. And I went to go give Cool V a 5. He said, no, don't even give me a 5 until you serve some of these brothers. And they had brothers lined up waiting, like, to battle, man.
It's mad.
We'd start chewing them out, we'd chew them up. Those girls like
that. No, remember, and it was like, oh, I want you to come to the studio because they want us to battle. Remember, it was Free and Oskino and them spots.
Yeah, that's when we seen them on
another day. But we didn't know who they was at the time because no one really knew what was going on in the background until
we got back
freestyle. And we heard that freestyle 2001.
Yeah. We got back
that's when we knew who everyone was. But we already knew, obviously, the Codys and Bleak or whatever.
So the first person at Rockefeller we met was Memphis Bleak when we was actually in Staten Island, running around doing what we was doing. So, but then we got into some fucking trouble over there. Parents came to visit at the time. We got into some trouble. Then we got into more beef again over the clothes, because that's how much clothes we had. Like, it was so much. Man would literally climb through our window, steal our clothes, and leave appliances TV.
Man wouldn't take TVs,
Videos,
microwaves,
stuff. They'll just take the
DVDs.
clothes.
Man would just take the clothes.
But by the second time they took the clothes, we was getting money, like
so
a
it was
lot
like
of money.
a box of P as well.
So it wasn't like traumatizing like the first time, where we're gonna find everyone and start whacking up everyone. It was more,
okay.
gone uptown, spent $3 grand. You know what I mean? Just blew like 3-4 stacks, new wardrobe. You know them ones there. So at that time we just had mad money. So it didn't even.
But at the same time,
it
was more like what's
going on? Who's doing it? And what's
Like-
going on? Like we got to get to the bottom of it and find out. So we found out it was someone that was in the house. No, we didn't. Because we found out someone in the house because we were in front of Speed one day, and I see one of my brethren driving past, and he's wearing a Tom and Jerry hat I just bought. So I thought, alright, I know what I do for him. One day after college, I jump in the cab, drive over to Stapleton, jump out in a tracksuit, see the youth. I say, yeah, come me and you under the building, innit? He's like, what? What? He goes in the shop and buys a razor. I didn't even know at the time. He comes out like, no, I'm not going under the building. I let everyone know that, like, I'm walking through like, yo, I'm waiting under the building. So Eli's over there and all that. The guy comes over. I open the door. I'm like, what? You gonna come under the building or not? He turned around like he can't hear me. I just like, boom, bang him in the back of his head. We start scrapping, whatever. I beat the living shit out of him. He cuts me in the process. Like, spits a razor out and cuts me, but it was a little one on the face. So I got like 3-4 stitches. That was good. But I did him over so well. My hand was hurting for like 3-4 months. I must have hit him about 150 times, at least, maybe 200.
So
times.
that's what.
But that's what
happened.
triggered off the whole war between us and everyone else. Because what he did was go back and
try and
make it like look at these London men.
Try and stunt on us in our own environment. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you know what I mean? Look at these men. They've only been over here 2 years. They're getting money. They're doing this. They're doing
certain things more than the man that put us onto the whole thing. So it was like, right, you're trying to eat. And we put you on to eating, but you're eating more than we are. Even though you're not. It's like they wanted us to break bread, but we're doing our own thing. It's like people want to eat in the area where we was getting money from, but it was like, no, this is my section. Do you know what I mean? And things had happened as well. Things had happened, but we didn't realize at the time because we're so in what was going on in the moment. Like we didn't really realize. Like say the dude that he whacked up. I moved up his boy like a week or two before, and like he tried to come and try and flex, and I just crashed him and just moved to him like, and then he felt a way about it, but he said something, but I was like, so what? Like, do you know what I mean? It was one of them ones where the brother who ended up cutting me in the face, it was a thing where it was like suck my dick, innit? And then he'd be like, what? So what we gonna do? Suck my dick, innit? Like, simple, like, you know them ones like back down and shut up, like, it was a appointment, but it was to the point where when you can't do something about it, it builds up, there's a lot of, you end up with a black from belly face, you know, in the corner, you just like,
keeps the steam coming off your back.
You just feel a lot, a lot of moisture from a certain corner, but, so that's how it built up, and then one day they caught us on our way, we were slipping.
Totally
the same brother he had a thing with, like he was like, oh,
mind you, one-on-one with him with a razor, I destroyed him.
But there was like 15 man.
Yeah,
but the thing is, the man them that was there was people that we all knew, but it's like they turned against man, innit? Because we're not day one niggas, innit? Like we're from London, innit? So we come out there, so they try and set it on us, like, and then certain people weren't on it, so they didn't get involved. But it was too many of them to prevent it from happening, and they knew we didn't have our things because of the yard. Our house, whatever that got broken into, they knew that things was there in it, so they kind of knew, yeah, they're slipping in it, let's get them now. So it was just like a whole big long ordeal, waiting around 20 minutes. Like we could have left,
we were
just had no respect for it. And then like last minute, brother comes out, bang, sparks me, like I could have just ate it, like just ate the punch and just allowed it and just left them, like you got the drop. But I was just angry, like what you. Bang, bang, just getting into it, just fighting bare man.
So it's like,
and it was just 7 on 1. Like, so I slipped over quickly, cuts my face. I didn't even.
I was scrapping in the laundromat. Man's on top of me, like piled on top of me. So when it come off, and I grab one, he's like, oh, it's you. Like, you know what I mean?
The shit was so quick. It's like didn't even know it happened. That's how fast it happened. It's almost like I'm back on my feet. Like, what were you running for? You man,
I've come outside,
whatever,
and I've seen him from this side.
He's like, where are you running for? Like, I got my chain, I got my chain on, I got bills, I got stacks in my pocket.
Like, where you running for? What you running for?
Like,
I'm like to Mega, can we go shopping? And the man had like 2 G's a piece in my pocket, about to go shopping uptown.
And then my face
he's turned around to the other side, and there's just blood squirting out like it's some horror movie. Like squirting out. And we're here, we hit the wall, like that type of action. Like that sight kind of traumatized me for years. Like, I could see that vision for years. So, like, it was good. Our parents, because our parents were there at the time. It was good. Our parents said, you know what, you lot's already in trouble. You've got cases.
My man got in front of high school as well, and they didn't know before. But then
our Bridget's mum, Wink's mum, told her, listen, look, my son got killed, didn't it? Like, Wink's older brother got killed.
While I was over there as well, in the same area as well.
Otherwise, I'll probably be in jail for murder. Because the first thing I would have done is just gonna kill them all. To tell the truth, they wouldn't, like, that would have been something they would have been able to get away with if we was in the same area, like, that's all. But they ended up later on down the line, as we was in England for the next year. What was that, like 2001?
Yeah, they ended up killing 2 FBI agents.
Yeah, so they did
some mad gun.
So that was probably God's way of saying you needed to have a beef with these men that you was rolling with. To go back to England, or you might have been around when that stupid.
Everyone we know, damn near everyone we know is either doing like football numbers in jail or they're dead. There's only a select few that are still just, do you know what I mean, just normal, like just moving. Do you know what I mean? Like it's nuts. That definitely brought our focus back, our hunger for like wanting to be successful and doing something that's like legit.
Because we kind of lost ourselves over there. Like, it wasn't what we were supposed to be doing. Like, to a certain extent, alright, you defend yourself in that, but
we got too
sidetracked
into it and forgot about the bigger picture of why we was out there, what we was trying to do. So, but yeah, we came back to London, started grinding, got on Westwood, got on Choice FM on 279 show, just started making moves, and then eventually, after a while, we got back into America. Like, I think like 2002 was the first time we got back over there in like winter time. Then we went there again around summertime, and that's when we linked up with our boy Shells. And he was in the studio, and that's when we met Kanye. And then Kanye was like, but actually I'm even missing so much stuff happened. I'm missing out the major part. 2001, that's when we met Westwood, and then Hayes got Cypher Sound's card, gave me Cypher Sound's card from some party in a park type thing in Finsbury Park where Destiny Child was performing and a few other people. I called up Cypher Sounds, dropped a 16 on his answer machine. He would call back the day after, like, wow, what, you got more bars? And we was like, that's light, man, we do this all day. So we linked him with Radio 1, did a freestyle. He took it back to America, the special delivery freestyle. It spiraled out of control. We shut the tri-state down to the point that they still talk about it now, and that's a decade ago, it's 10 years ago, they still talk about it.
In the UK like a Duce. Send 10 of your sweaters off at your crusade. It's my Millennium Mega, come with them 2K.
I would play it every night, like 2 or 3 times a night. That's like when you could really break records on the radio. Oh, and I was playing it every day, and then it just started building up a buzz, man. Like, I just hyped it up so much, and then other artists started calling me and wanted to get them on the record or do a freestyle with them or something.
Oh, for real?
It was pretty crazy. Like, yeah, it's just like, and that was before, you know, Twitter or Facebook or anything. It's just straight airwaves.
After that, it just got mucky. Like, Busta started shouting at, hollering at man.
S.A.S. Them dudes is crazy. They delivered like they was from the U.S., but the English accent is what made it sound even crazier, because the metaphors, the punchlines, the word plays, it's the way they spit and the way they attack the beats, it was just hard to me, you know what I mean? And they were still able to do it without letting the accent of the English accent affect how dope they was in terms of just how they affected the hood in the States, you know what I mean? Like, they was dope. Wherever y'all dudes is at, man, just know your boy Busta Rhymes. Still looking forward to hearing some greatness from y'all, because I definitely believe that y'all had it in y'all to do it in a real big way.
like bare industry people was just hollering about us and everything, like, and then we went back 2002, met Kanye. Kanye was like he was in the studio, and then I seen him, and then he was like, oh, I'm gonna stop making beats, man. I'm gonna stop making beats. I'm focusing on rapping. And we're just overhearing him talking. I was like, no, you can't stop making beats, fam. Not until I get on one of them beats, whatever. And then he kind of looked like, who's this kid? You know what I mean? Like, and then someone was like, oh, you ain't heard the London boys spit? And he's like, oh, what, the dudes from Hot 97, that thing, that freestyle that they done? He's like, yeah. They're like, yeah. He's like, oh, can I hear something, please? And I'm like, what, please? Me and him, bang, probably like 40 minutes in it,
Yeah.
like, blacking. He's like, I want to sign you. We started laughing. He's like, no, I'm serious. So then after that, we started rolling with him, like going Justin's to eat. Then we went to fucking Baseline Studio where Jay-Z was recording Blueprint 2. He was in the studio when he made that song, The Bounce, where he says distinguished like a bloke from London, England and all that. So he's in the studio, Beyonce's there. They do that song, Me and My Girlfriend, the Tupac sample that Kanye produced or whatever.
Just being around that type of energy was a bit mad.
That kind of showed us.
Because them times there, we're young, innit? Like, we're not young. Meg wasn't even 21 then. You weren't even 21 then.
No.
So you see what I'm saying? It was like, yo, I'm around, like Jay-Z doing Blueprint 2 right now, right? Meg just blew Buddha in the air and Beyonce walked into it, but actually, like, it's all,
I'm like, oh, sorry,
you know what I'm saying?
like,
this is all mad, isn't it? Like, we're rolling with Kanye like it's whatever.
Like
so,
it's
this is why we had different dreams.
Yeah.
And this is why we came back to England, like, you know what, we're not going to get into no trouble out here. Because we still had stuff we have to deal with in the States. Like, we still knew in the back of our mind, we still got them cases in the States we still got to deal with before we can even go back to the States. You see what I'm saying? So we came back focused, like, what are we more advanced at more than everyone here? Right. Music and the street stuff. And you saw where the street stuff got us in America. So it was like, you can't get arrested doing rap and that. We're far way advanced with the rap stuff with everyone else here. Let's just, now do garage. At the time, Craig David was popping off.
But I remember when we used to talk reckless and all the stuff that was really going on, everyone thought like it was just a lie, innit? So it used to get us pissed off. Like, we used to rap crazy shit, but it was like, this is real to me. Like.
But what it was reflecting on what we was doing in New York, you know, them ones there.
So it's like,
so man was like, huh? You're doing what in New York? Like, us being in England and you hearing that, like, and you not knowing we went high school and all that, right? What is he talking about?
Yeah, they just thought it was some fantasy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you man are living a,
So it's kind of like we was too advanced with the style of rap we was coming with and all that as well. Man was still rhyming with lost words and all them things there, you know what I mean?
Coming out the studio with Kanye, yeah, and then we saw Cam and Jewels and Jim, but we had a mutual friend with Jewels that was locked up at the time, like, and then our boy Coogee that brought us through Harlem back in the day, like what, 99, innit?
Yeah, 99.
Yeah, so then we started talking. Jim's like, whoa, like, we had certain affiliations the same as him. He's like, how did you, like, what's going on? And then we spoke to him and he was like, cool. And then Cam was like, oh yeah, you Kanye's artist, yeah, whatever you need, I got you. But he gave us the look like, yeah, I'll mess with these dudes. They, you know what I mean? They seem like they got it together or whatever. They came out to London 2003 to do the Haymar thing on Top of the Pops and that and do promo.
But really, and I have to say this, what got us on our grind to find Dips there is we heard So Solid the done a track with Memphis Bleak and Beans.
Yeah.
So we was like, huh? Like, yo, they got in. They just made one move and just went mad with the rap thing.
Real. Salute for that move. That move was a big move.
Because that had man like,
times no one was rapping.
You know, no one there. That had man like, huh?
Like,
what? No, we've been mossy, innit? We've been around.
We didn't sit back like, oh, fuck them, man. Oh, why didn't we didn't do that? We used that as motivation to do what we're gonna do. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what we did. So we took it from there. Hollered at them, the Dips, and then they was like, oh, what you doing? He was like, yeah, holler at us, you need anything, whatever, just yell at us. So they yelled at us the day after. We linked them up, went Top of the Pops with them when they did Haymar. Afterwards we was chopping it up. They was like, yo, you man are cool dudes, oh, fly niggas. Cause I come through Fendi down, like, this is when everyone wasn't on this designer thing, everyone wasn't on Gucci, Louis and all that, but no matter what they say, they can gas all they want. Man wasn't really doing it like that. Like, he's got his Prada coat on, Prada crepes on, you know what I mean, matching hat, I got my Fendi jacket, hat, you know what I mean, like, all that shit, like, just draped out designer shit. So they're like, oh, you some fly niggas and all that. Because them times they're wearing a Nietzsche and all different, like, kind of
Lot
stuff.
29.
Lot 29, so it's like, our style was totally different. I was like, oh yeah, you got the image and that, but can you spit though? So they're like, what? I said, spit, can we spit? Same thing, go off. They're like, alright, cool. We do 3 songs in a hotel room that night, all high out of mind, boy. They're blazing like the finest haze from Harlem and that, I remember. And then they're like, oh yeah, you man are dips now. So we didn't even tell no one because we thought, oh, no one's going to believe us anyway. So we just kept it under wraps and still carried on with our Eurogang thing.
No, but if you check our first Rewind interview, early 2003,
yeah.
Yeah, first Rewind interview.
Well, we said that story.
We said that story, but no one really cared. Like, you know what I mean? It was whatever. Like,
we said about how we was chilling with 50 and 50 gave us advice.
No, really. Everyone was like,
everyone thought it was just
allegedly. That's what
allegedly they put in the magazine. Allegedly.
So it was, but it's a bit too hard to believe at the time.
I know, yeah, but
so I can't really knock them for thinking it just didn't sound realistic.
Yeah, it did sound far-fetched.
Our dreams was a bit mad. Like
people told us to quit and do garage.
So
that's what they said to us. Don't do rap.
Yeah. So, but if you check the Rewind, it's still there. That first article on Rewind magazine. You see us talking about we did 3 tracks, did different lessons, and that was 2003.